Well, it's April 30th, my favorite time of the year. My favorite day of the year, I would say. It is tax filing day. Just before midnight on April 30th. Love this. As I'm sure most of you do. Well, got done my return, filed it in, hopefully got everything correct, and submitted it. All to realize when I added up that I paid a good 20% of my income to the Canadian government. That is, 20%, okay, for all the services we get and this and that, one thing, but add in your sales tax, your property tax, your gas tax, this tax, the other tax. You know what? I am taxed. Okay? I wouldn't mind so much if I knew that these tax dollars were going to programs and services at the end of the day. But what mystifies me is how we can go to a doctor in our Medicare system and all of a sudden at 2 in the afternoon or earlier, the office is closed because doctor can't see any more patients. They're done their billing. Or there's not enough doctors. Or take it on a more local level, you go to your little local baseball park, grass isn't cut, no money for that. But we got money for executive salaries and that. We have to pay people private compensation and all this. Drives me nuts. Okay? What I would like to know, if someone could please answer this for me, is out of every dollar I send in, so for $1 of taxation that you and I send in, how much of it ends up in an actual program or service or road or bridge or something that we can point to? By the time my tax dollars get in there, so I file it, I file a net file, right? Great. It goes to one desk. Computer will check it. If there's any problems, it's got to go to another desk. Or this desk, that desk, the other desk. Then the money comes in. Then it's got to go to the general revenue fund of the government, and then to the various departments. I wonder how many desks my dollar touches before it actually ends up in a program or service. What I call it is the bureaucratic fund loss. That really, I'd be surprised if 10 cents on the dollar ends up in a product or service. How else can you explain the mess that we're in? Why does it take 20, 30, 40% of somebody's income to get a subpar service in some of these fields? I mean, really, let's face it. Okay? Someone, please tell me that all of my tax dollars are going to someone other than someone in government in one shape or form or another. That includes your politicians, your federal service bureaucrats, your provincial bureaucrats, municipal bureaucrats and politicians, doctors, nurses, teachers. All of these professions we need, but they all come off of the tax dollar. We want those frontline workers. We want those doctors. We want those nurses. We want those teachers. Okay? How many middle managers are out there and above that don't contribute squat to our bottom line. You know, maybe it's time for something simple like a flat tax, where you and I, we all pay like 10, 15%, whatever it is. Pick a number. I don't give a shit. Just pick a number. Okay? No deductions, no returns. Make it a half an hour. I spent 3 hours on this, at least. Okay? I'm sure you share my frustration. Make it known to those who represent you. Like, who is working for whom here? Apparently, by the 20, 30, or 40% that you pay, you work for the government versus the government working for you. And I don't care whether it's left, right, or center, it seems to be the same. It's time for a taxpayer's Bill of Rights, that they need to justify how much they are taking from us. And if they can't justify it, or they can't meet a budget, that they give it back, and we'll do it ourselves. This is my rant on tax day, April 30th, 2013. Paul Kruger. Take care.